seriously, this is live?
Yes.
We're in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, wow. All right, well, hello everyone and welcome back to the Losing Our Minds podcast. If you are watching on YouTube, hello, and please subscribe to our channel because it really supports us. Or follow on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
That was a good intro.
Thank you.
Okay, so we don't have a specific topic for this one.
No.
So I think we should start with your shirt.
We're going to title it a fun one.
Okay, a fun one.
This is a fun one. If we are going to do anything today, or our hope today is to make you laugh for the next 20 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a high, lofty goal.
I know. We're not even that funny.
For people that aren't that funny.
I mean, you're not that funny.
Pissed at you. Okay, so what about the shirt?
What about my shirt?
You're wearing a shirt that says Las Vegas. You don't even like Las Vegas.
I do like Las Vegas.
What? Legitimately? Mm-hmm. What do you like about it?
You know what you get in Las Vegas?
What?
You get some good food.
Do you?
I don't know. I've never eaten their food. I've only been to Vegas once.
I know, and you didn't like it.
I mean, it was fine. It kind of smelt.
You're literally pandering for the people in the audience who might like Las Vegas. You know that you have told me many times.
It was just like a little
Okay, let's take a trip to Las
sweaty.
Vegas. Let's take a trip to Las Vegas.
Let's go. Let's try it. It's a little hot right now, so let's wait. Because Las Vegas is 4 hours from my own hometown.
Where did you get that shirt?
I got it at Target.
Okay, so that brings us to a good point is how do you feel about people buying shirts of like places or events that they've not actually been to or that they don't actually, not getting it there?
I don't care. Fashion.
You're
Yeah, 100%.
Fashion over like reality?
100%.
Okay.
That's a stupid question.
Oh my gosh. We're going to talk about random subjects and you're just going to be mean this whole time. You know that?
Yeah. You've been mean the past 4 podcasts. You just
Tell me one time I've been mean.
I mean, not mean, I guess, but just jabby. Smarty.
Name one time. I'm always smart. Name one time I was jabby at you. That sounded so cocky. I'm always smart. That's definitely not true. Marriage will teach you that real fast.
You don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. Like,
what?
Oh, you've been this way. Okay, really? Give me an example. Well, see, this is why I started writing examples in my journal of things that I could use against you. You know how unhealthy that is?
Hey, no, you know what's unhealthy is accusing someone of something or saying that someone always does this or that or someone does this or that and then not being able to provide an example of it. Don't tell me to do something.
It's the way you made me feel.
Oh, that's a horrible... Did your therapist teach you to say that?
No, but that's good, huh?
No, that's the worst.
Whatever.
That's horrible.
Whatever.
It's the way... How do I make you feel?
You make me feel really good. I feel empowered, and you're a very good husband. You really are.
Oh, thanks. Okay, question. You're really, really excited about this new season of The Bachelorette that's coming up.
I am. I've actually decided this year... I think I'm going to do like a Bachelor recap on this season. I should do like a little mini Bachelor recap, huh? Or we should do one together. Not like a podcast, but like a minute recap or whatever. Or something like an IGTV series.
Okay. That means I didn't have to watch every episode, right?
You were already going to watch every episode.
When did that become a decision that we made together?
I made it
as
a partnership.
Don't take marriage advice from Ariel. So explain, because I think it is hilarious what has happened in this era of The Bachelor leading into this next Bachelorette season.
So
it's very funny.
They chose this girl named Claire who, by
the way, had been engaged to a man on Bachelor Winter Games, which Winter Games is still the best episode of The Bachelor.
Interesting that you know all this. Wow. Yeah, stand down.
Can I continue?
Yes, go ahead.
Bachelor Winter Games, which Bachelor Winter Games is the best Bachelor spinoff.
No, Bachelor in Paradise.
Bachelor Winter Games is better than Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelor in Paradise is better than The Bachelor.
Okay, wow.
Bachelor Winter Games was freaking funny.
Bachelor in Paradise is the best Bachelor anything.
Bachelor in Paradise is funny, but I'm saying Bachelor Winter Games was hilarious.
I don't remember that.
And so Claire...
Yes.
Who's older.
Yeah.
Not old, but she is like 38.
That's not
over the hill.
Okay.
Imagine being 38.
Okay, Grayson. You're going to get some
You know, when I was like 20,
DMs
I would have been like,
that.
imagine being 26, and now I'm 26, about to be 27.
Oh my gosh. Dude, you're close to 30.
If you ever call me dude again.
I knew
you ever call me dude.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I said dude.
That makes me mad.
I know. He doesn't like when I call him dude or bro.
I mean, you don't call me those things.
I know, but I remember when we were dating and I called you bro one time and you're like, I'm not your brother.
I'm not your brother, or I'm not your bro, because you called all of the other Complete Nutrition employees that we worked with bro.
Oh.
And I was like, I am not bro.
Them.
Yeah.
I am different.
Was I not?
Yes, you were.
In your eyes. So,
okay.
Those eyes that couldn't look away from this cake.
I have no words. No words.
The thing that I want to get to, though, Claire, 38, on
she's
Bachelor
not like
Winter Games.
She's in her 30s or whatever. And
she's at 38, I thought.
Oh, you looked it up?
You told me that.
Well, I didn't, like...
So you...
It wasn't that I lied. I said
me.
she was in her later 30s, maybe 38.
Late 30s is like 37, 38, 39.
Right.
That's late 30s.
Okay, so she's probably around there. She's not, that's not old. It is just quote unquote old for the Bachelor franchise and what they have done in the past.
Specifically, the point I was trying to get to.
But they wanted an older audience. They wanted an older cast, I believe, this season, which I understand. Okay, so what's the point you were getting to? That
Claire is older, and on Bachelor Winter Games, she began dating, well, she was dating two guys, but ended up settling upon Benoit.
Okay, the fact that you remember his name, the fact that you remember all of this, I didn't remember.
It was
any
hilarious.
Of that.
I'm telling you, I thought Bachelor Winter Games, I would watch Bachelor Winter Games every time.
Okay, wow.
So Benoit, he was French-Canadian. Okay. And he was way younger than her. He wore these massive glasses. He had like a small head, but these huge glasses, like the opposite of me. I have a massive head and I can't find glasses big enough for it.
Yeah.
He had a tiny head with like I probably could have fit into his glasses. Anyway, so they were together, right? Claire and Benoit. And I thought Benoit was way too good for her. Turns out I was right. Because they broke up at some point. She broke his heart, I'm sure, is how it happened.
Oh, okay.
Don't know that, but I'm sure. Now, she gets selected to be the Bachelorette because they want an oldie as the Bachelorette, right?
We're going to offend some people who are in their later 30s.
Hey, if you're in your later 30s.
No. We love you.
Okay, boomer.
No. Are they boomers?
No, they're probably actually millennials still.
No. Oh, yeah.
Early 30s are millennials.
Sometimes, yeah.
What do you mean sometimes?
Yeah, like, because I don't know
some
what the
30 or 8-year-old are. And
no, I don't know the cutoff. I think it's like 30-something, though.
Yeah, like
What are they after millennials? What's after a millennial? It's not boomer.
Gen X.
Is it Gen X? And then boomer? Yeah. Or is boomer like old?
Baby boomers. Baby boomers are like my grandparents. Do you know why they're called baby boomers?
Yeah.
Why?
I forgot.
Why'd you say yeah then?
Because I do know. Like you're gonna say why, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
After World War II, they got busy making babies. And there was a boom of babies.
Yes.
I think I could be wrong.
I've heard that.
Okay, so anyways, that's the background on Claire being the Bachelorette. So then I would like you to take over now.
No, there's so much more to that. She was the first runner-up, second runner-up, whatever, to her season on The Bachelor. She literally like told off the guy. Juan Pablo. That's where
everyone hates Juan Pablo.
Yes, everybody.
Bro,
if you know anything about the Bachelor franchise, you know everybody hates Juan Pablo. He was not a good Bachelor.
I gotta be honest though.
Peter was awful. Juan Pablo was worse.
I gotta be honest. If you go by 2 first names, you're probably a bit of a tool.
No, I don't think so. No.
2 first names.
Okay, first off, they can't control what their parents named them.
He could just go by Juan or Pablo. He has 2 choices. And
I'm sorry, but if you have 2 first names, you're not a tool. You're destined for greatness.
I'm not saying he's a tool for having them. I'm saying for going by them. Pick one.
Heck no. If I had 2 first names, I would 100% use them both.
You do.
What?
Have 2 first names.
Ariel Lee?
Yeah. Lee is a first name as well.
Yeah. No, Lee's more of a middle name. Lee
is a very common first and last name.
I've never met anyone named Lee. I've met people named Leland.
You're not cultured enough.
Or Leah.
There's plenty.
Really? Who?
Who what?
Who do you know that's first name is Lee?
I don't personally know
okay.
anyone.
Oh, interesting.
I never said I personally knew them. You're about to offend an entire demographic of our audience.
You've already offended the older people, and you have already offended people with 2 first names.
You mean the 2 people that are irrelevant?
Honey, we need to cut this out. You're kind of being mean.
Am I being too mean?
Yeah,
okay.
We're probably legit going to have to cut this out.
You know how easily you can...
You literally said the older people are irrelevant and people with 2 first names are irrelevant.
Well, they're not irrelevant.
Okay.
You
have 2.
Do you know how sometimes
you have Gray and Sun? Okay, literally 2 names. Gray, Sun. Like, why couldn't you just go by Gray or Sun? I don't really understand that, honestly.
Literally, my first name is one word. One word.
Your first name are 2 words.
No.
Gray and Sun are 2 words.
That's not the point I was making. You're literally completely...
I am just trying to let you know that you're being a little mean to certain
I want to prove
people.
to you that Lee is a very common first name. Before 2001, it was in the top 100 male names.
Okay, well, I want to go by Ariel Lee now. That's what you shall call me.
Obviously, when you... As a comedian, which I am...
Oh!
As a paid entertainer...
Oh!
Am I not a paid entertainer?
Because you're getting paid on Twitch.
I'm literally being paid to play video games and entertain people. As a paid entertainer.
Okay, I'm going to throw up.
I
threw up in my mouth.
This episode should be called Grayson Assumes the Ultimate Role of Douchebag.
People are going to think,
because
there you go.
I'm fully being the epitome of, you know what, I'm going to shift my persona.
You know how you said 2 people, the 2 first name people are tools? Uh-huh. That's what you're acting like.
A tool? You're you are right. Okay, I'm going to shift the persona that I'm embodying for this episode from tool, and now I'm going to shift it over to really sincere nice guy.
Okay, let's see if you can do that. I don't know how we started targeting certain groups.
I don't know, and honestly, targeting certain groups is not a healthy,
I think you really
thing.
need to give an apology.
I am sincerely want to apologize to a certain demographics of people that I have offended. Firstly, I want to start with...
Caleb has a friend with 2 first names, and he's nice.
What is it? What does he go by?
John Eric. His friend John Eric.
John Eric...
And you've met him, and he is super nice.
I know, and you know the first thought I had? This is a really nice guy. And so in light of this thing that you have brought to mind, I would like to sincerely apologize to anyone in our audience who is incredibly old. And I would also like to apologize to anyone who goes by 2 first names.
Okay, we're gonna have to cut all of this out.
Why?
Because
I think it's hilarious.
You think it's hilarious? Who's gonna laugh?
I don't know. They're probably gonna laugh at how mad you are at me for being silly.
Me for being silly? I'm being silly, or you're being silly?
Yeah. Do you want to put something else on blast that shouldn't exist?
What?
Sparkling water.
Okay, first off, so you're saying that people who are older shouldn't exist and people with 2 first names shouldn't exist? Because you literally just said, you want to know what else shouldn't exist?
I misspoke. Do you want to know one thing that shouldn't exist that I'm going to put on blast, as I have been putting other things on blast? Sparkling water. Sparkling water should not exist.
No, I disagree.
You like sparkling water?
I buy it every time I go to the grocery store.
Yeah, and I guess the people watching the podcast can see that you're drinking it. What's your favorite soda?
Soda?
Yeah, like carbonated, sugary, diabetes-inducing soda.
Okay,
if you say right now you don't drink soda,
no, listen.
Okay.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Okay, tell me.
I am not a huge soda person. Mm-hmm. I'm just not. Mm-hmm. But I would have to say, like, Pepsi and Coke Zero if I have to pick two sodas.
Not root beer?
No.
Root beer's my favorite.
Do you know why?
Why?
I like the taste of root beer, but it gives me no caffeine. If I'm going to come to a place where I'm going to drink soda, it best be getting some caffeine.
That makes sense.
So I'm not going to drink. I actually hate root beer because there's no caffeine.
Why are you always taking sips then?
Well, if you got a root beer, I take a sip here or there just because it's there. Okay?
Fair enough.
All right. Was that your only thing? Anything else that shouldn't exist?
Yes. I want to call something very specific out for 5 seconds here. There's someone in my stream who is obsessed with another streamer, won't stop talking about her. I need him to stop.
And so you're just putting him on blast in our podcast.
Yeah, real quickly put him on blast because he's going to listen to this.
Okay. I'm sure he'll like that.
Do you want to move on to the next subject?
I just burped. Excuse me. See, the sparkling water, that's the only thing it does do to you. It kind of just like...
Gives you the burps?
Bodily functions just start like flowing.
Oh, really? More than burps? Does it make you poop?
No, I don't think it makes me poop. It just makes me burp.
Interesting.
The acids?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right. Well, anyways, Bachelor recap. We need to do that this season.
Okay.
And long story short, Claire's gone, and now they have a new bachelorette because apparently she fell in love with somebody in 2 weeks because rumor has it she was talking to him before the show started. Because
of COVID, they had to she found out who they were, but then they postponed. So she literally looked them up and slid into their DMs,
That's
right?
the conspiracy.
Is it a conspiracy
Probably
or is it
not.
pretty factual?
It's probably factual. I'm going to be very curious to see how it plays out. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of funny that I think The Bachelor and that whole thing is just so ridiculous and very mindless for me. And so it is something that I like to... Like, what's going on? What's a conspiracy? What are spoilers? Things like that.
Right. Do you just watch the show, or do you consume content about the show outside of the show regularly?
Sometimes I listen to what's going on outside of the show.
How?
You know, I've got to tell you.
Okay.
Grayson is putting me on blast because I used to listen to a Bachelor podcast. Did not listen to that Bachelor podcast last season.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So you only watched the show. You didn't then listen to hours of podcasts about the show afterwards?
Okay. Couple things. Because you're like, oh, it's like I sit around and listen to hours and hours of podcasts. I only listen to podcasts when I'm doing something.
I know that.
So like I'm getting ready, I'm driving in the car, i am cleaning. Like 100%. I'm doing something.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
just sit and listen to podcasts.
100%. Yeah. I would never accuse you of just sitting.
Okay. But yes, I have listened to You're making me a little feisty right now.
Do you know why?
Why?
I'm trying to get under your skin on this episode?
Why?
Because Caleb, your brother, calls you after he listens to each episode and goes on and on and on about how much he loves when I rag on you.
Yeah, I'm so over
So this episode, in fact, maybe we should title this episode Caleb's episode.
No.
Because Caleb,
he's not going to get that satisfaction.
I'm sacrificing
We're not titling
marital peace this evening.
For my brother.
Just for you, Caleb.
Yeah, no, not happening. We're not titling it that.
Okay. It is funny, though, that she reached out to these guys, DM'd them, and now she's off the show because she's married. She's engaged to one of them.
Yeah, that's the conspiracy, that she's engaged, off the show, and they have a new bachelorette, which I'm super pumped for. I watched her journey on Colton season, and it's Tayshia, and she should have been the bachelorette a long time ago, so this is long overdue, so... I'm pumped. I think it'll be good. So we'll do that recap starting in September when they start the new Bachelor podcast. So I have a question for you. Okay. If you could create a conspiracy theory, what would it be?
If I could create a conspiracy theory? About?
Anything. Anything at all. I know it's hard, huh?
That's kind of intense. I would create the conspiracy that... I would want people to think that under your hair is an exposed brain, and that your hair is just a helmet protecting your exposed brain.
Interesting.
Yeah. What about you?
That the government is making secret robots, and eventually they're going to take over the world and kill us all unless we try to live with them.
I mean, the robots are definitely being made.
You see, I think it's true too.
I mean, I'm not saying to intentionally take over the world necessarily, but artificial intelligence is here.
I know, it's true.
It's
honestly,
listening to you on your phone
freaking me
to
out
tailor
just a
ads to
little
you.
bit. I know, see? And then it's like, they're going to take over the world and kill us all, and that's how.
How do you feel about the fact that the Pentagon has basically acknowledged life on other planets at this point?
I didn't know.
Did you see that thing that came? See, everybody's been so distracted by everything, they're not paying attention to the real things. I believe it was the Pentagon.
The Pentagon said that there's life on other planets?
The Pentagon basically has confirmed that they have found aircrafts that are not man-made.
Really? That gives me chills. Here's my thing on life on other planets.
I say the Pentagon. It was very like, it was like an official government source.
What? I did not see this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is.
Mark Hoppus is pumped right now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go look this up.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go down a rabbit trail of conspiracies.
You do like conspiracies.
No.
Why do you like conspiracies?
No, I do not like conspiracies.
Why do you then look them up
I
and
look
read
up
about them?
Bachelor conspiracies.
No.
No.
You get all into the TikTok conspiracy world.
I know. I got on TikTok conspiracy land. I don't know how. And now a bunch of
now the algorithm is just
my algorithm is just throwing conspiracy theories, like so many conspiracy theories. Because I watch them, they're 60 seconds at max, and it's just so nice. Because then you're like, oh, that's interesting. What if that's true? And then you just move on. But
you don't really move on though. It kind of plagues you.
No. It just depends what it is.
Right.
It just depends what it is.
Right.
That's all. Okay.
How do you feel about the idea that China has successfully cloned things and are actively trying to clone people? Do you think they are?
Really? Is that a conspiracy?
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
Oh, you saw it on TikTok? Really? Mm-hmm. You know what else I saw on TikTok?
Russia too.
Oh my gosh. I saw another thing on TikTok too.
What?
Okay. China do that?
Hey, you know,
it's the funny. Clone thingy.
You know, it's funny just to
I've always wanted a twin.
Okay.
So that's all I gotta say about clones.
You've always wanted a twin?
Always. I always wanted to be a twin.
Do you realize that then attention would be divided 50-50
yes,
a lot?
and I realized that as I got older. Like, I always wanted to be a twin growing up. Always. Yeah. And then I realized as I got older, if I was a twin or had a sister, that
I bet you had a sister, but you ate her in the womb.
Okay, why would you say that?
Why not?
Why would you say that? Because now you've put that in my brain, and my brain is going to do weird things with that. I'm going to have to talk to my mom. My mom has my birth story. I've seen it.
What do you mean?
Like,
it's not about your birth. I'm saying, like, while you were in the womb, you ate your sibling. That happens, right?
Okay, but why would you say that? Well, what if you ate your sibling?
Okay, sure. I bet I did. I was the dominant one.
Okay. I'm over this. I'm just kidding.
You don't like...
I don't like that conspiracy. That wasn't a good one. But what did you ask me about? What other... Oh, the conspiracy I saw on TikTok that the Titanic wasn't the Titanic.
What do you mean?
So, conspiracy has... I just can't stop helping laughing at myself when I actually talk about, like, when I say it out loud. When I say it out loud, it sounds really funny. But when I watch it on TikTok, I'm like, ooh, ah. I'm like, ooh, what? No, this makes sense. And then I proceed to repeat it, like, out of my mouth, no sense. And I'm like, okay, wait, hold on, this doesn't sound okay. Conspiracy has it. Is that how it's supposed to? Conspiracy says. The conspiracy is that the Titanic, it wasn't the Titanic that went out. It was another boat that had a lot of problems that went out. And the people who owned that boat company sent that boat out because they knew it wouldn't make it. And they would get the insurance money. Like, but that is like a very, very small, Like, there's so much more to it on the TikTok. You know, they explained it really well and gave a lot of like details and like
that make you think
articles and stuff. Like, who knows? Honestly, I'm at this point where nothing would surprise me. You know,
right,
like if there was a robot that came out tomorrow and now it's like, hello, these people are going to start living amongst you.
I'm running for president.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
I am MX7276.
Yeah.
I will be your next presidential candidate. Beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 boop, beep.
And it would probably get votes. I mean, so beep, beep, I'm beep, just beep, saying.
Beep. Hello, humans. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh my goodness,
am your next president.
See, that creeps me out. Technology can freak me out if I think about it too much.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think it does you.
Do you want to know something interesting? It seems as if, now you can't trust everything Elon Musk says because he's a little out there, but on a recent interview that I was watching, he kind of revealed one of his other companies where they're basically developing microchips where they're going to cut out something roughly around a square inch of your skull and replace it with, a piece of technology, a chip, a microchip, essentially, that's then wired into your brain that's able to do all kinds of stuff.
I saw that.
First, help control things, even like physical issues such as seizures.
Yes.
Because seizures are...
You saw this on TikTok, didn't you?
No, I watched the interview. He was on Joe Rogan. I watched the whole interview.
I saw a TikTok.
He was on our
this.
competition, our competitions podcast.
Yes, yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
And
that makes me.
The idea would be that eventually it could increase cognitive functions
right.
and make people, smarter,
right.
stronger.
I've seen all of that.
Definitely could help with things like vision, because a lot of vision issues have to do with your brain and stuff. So. Very interesting. Does it kind of freak you out?
Yeah, it makes me feel like Mark of the Beast type stuff.
Oh
like in your chip in your head. No, I don't want no chip. I seriously, I'm just going to tell you right now. I'd much rather die.
What?
Yes! For someone to cut open my head, I'd much rather die.
But surgery, I literally had eye surgery this morning.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah.
But, cutting open your body.
Put something in my brain that would no.
People get brain surgery all the time.
I understand that, but literally, no, I don't want technology in my brain. That's a...
That just sounds like a funny statement.
I don't want technology.
I want my brain empty.
I do. No, that literally starts making me feel weird.
Does it?
Yeah, because then that's... Okay, let's just say, I don't know, that is now there's a device in your brain. I understand that your phone is a device where anybody can know anything about where you are, your location. This is pretty much all knowing. I already have that in my hand, okay? Yeah. But at any point, I can leave that somewhere. It breaks, it's done, whatever.
Right.
Your brain...
Right, this chip in your brain.
That is, no, I don't mess with that. I don't like that.
That to me is the scary part of that kind of technology, is it becoming Big Brother's watching you all the time sort of thing.
Much rather die. We're going to get, that's seriously the direction we're headed as a country for sure, where technology just takes over. I think so personally. And I do not like that. And I can't even really think, even concept a world where it's technology is running it, and
but people in the 80s in the 90s couldn't have conceptualized you having this phone.
And I do understand that.
Just because we can't conceptualize something now doesn't mean we won't be able to conceptualize it as we're gradually introduced into the world.
Okay, but the thought of you being marked and somebody knowing everything about where you it's just.
I get what you're saying about the potential of Big Brother watching you all the time. I get that. That's the problem for sure.
Okay.
Is what else is in this chip? Yeah. Is there GPS? Is there,
And for me, and that's just me, it goes to a great, I always I go back to 6666 stuff. Anyways, we can just move on.
You know what's funny though?
What?
I, stream on Twitch and I've got these high school guys watching me. And they call me boomer. Mm-hmm. Because you're old. I'm a boomer now because I'm 20. Yeah, because I'm 26. I'm not in. They'll use a word and I'm like, what is that word? Like, I'm now using in my normal vocabulary pog. P-O-G, pog. Poggers.
What does that mean?
It's like a video game term of like, oh, that's good. Like, ooh, pog. Or like a good play. It's like, ooh, poggers. That's poggers. Now, you don't really... It's more a word that you type. It's not so much a word you say.
Is that like actually English?
I don't believe so. I think it's just like another one of those.
Is that like an actual thing people say, or is it just in video game world?
No, it's like video game world. It's like, do you remember Leet back in the day? Ooh, that's Leet.
No.
L337? 1337?
L337?
1337? Leet?
I've never heard that my life.
Boomer. Actually, I'm a boomer for knowing what 1337 is.
I speak English.
That was so condescending. But it is funny that I am being called a boomer by these younger kids, you know? Well, I'm now the old person who's out of touch a little bit.
How does it make you feel?
A little sad.
Yeah.
I used to be the one that was most in touch. And now I'm getting back into it. You know, they're teaching me things. They're calling me out when I say something that's a little boomerish.
Yeah.
But still.
So, you know what's funny is I saw an article from BuzzFeed that they did this like survey or they did some research on Gen Z. Is it Gen Z? Is that the generation below us?
It's going to come after Gen Z, or we're going to go all the way around to Gen A after Gen Z?
I have no idea. But anyways, Gen Z.
Zoomers?
Is that what they're called? Zoomers?
I've heard that before, yeah, Zoomers, which is funny.
Oh, well, Gen Z.
All these Zoomers.
They did a survey asking Gen Z how they feel about millennials' content on Instagram and other things.
Yeah.
And Gen Z had basically wrote out a lot of things that they think millennials do that are stupid. Like, they think that millennials in this survey or article or whatever I read, they think that millennials are getting out of touch on social media and things like that because of what they post or what they put out that are just not funny to the younger generation.
Just like how we look at, like, you know, people in their 40s and 50s posting on social media, and we're like, they don't know how to use social media. They Zoomers are now thinking that about us.
Yes, but I guess that people in like 40s, 50s using social media
sometimes they
weren't but they weren't like raised with social media.
So it's not about what you're raised with, it's about what you do on social media.
Yeah, that is true.
We judge them for what they do on social media just as Zoomers are judging us for what we do.
Yeah, so Gen Z Zoomers don't like memes. Like, the majority of Generation Z don't understand memes, think they're really stupid actually, and think millennials need to stop posting them.
I probably need to stop posting memes.
Nah, I like memes.
Increase my fan base with the
care.
Zoomers. You don't have to care. I, for one, am a paid entertainer.
Oh,
I am paid to care.
Help us, Jesus.
Hey, I think that's a good place to end. We're at about 34 minutes.
Okay, we're going to end with that. You never even asked me a question. We were supposed to come to this podcast with 2 questions to ask each other.
First of all, we never said that.
I literally said that this morning, but apparently
it must have been one of the moments I wasn't listening.
In your ear and out the other, which, I mean, that is a whole nother podcast.
I asked you a bunch of questions.
Like what?
I asked you about your shirt. I asked you about The Bachelor. I asked you your opinions on soda and sparkling water.
No, those were not opinions. You said that sparkling water shouldn't exist. That is
but I did ask
your opinion. You never asked my opinion on it.
What's up with that shirt? I asked, what's up with this new season of The Bachelorette? And I asked, what's your favorite soda? That's at least 3 questions I asked. And I think there were others that we could go back through and re-listen to and know that I asked proper questions.
Alrighty then.
I love you.
I love you too. You've got my blood boiling just a little bit in this podcast.
Nobody can get your blood boiling like a spouse.
So
I'm telling you, I came into this one like, I'm going to make Caleb happy on this podcast.
That is so annoying because I came into this one thinking I'm going to make his sister so happy on this podcast. How? I'm just going to rag on you.
But
she likes that.
You're stealing my thunder.
I know.
And what I said about your brother, and that's not even true.
I know, it's not even true. I don't even know if your sister listens.
I don't know either. She's up in Montana with no cell service. She probably doesn't listen.
Probably not. All right. Well, so that's why we're leaving it.
I think that's a good end to the most undirected, chaotic. Somebody's going to listen to this and be like, I liked the first 5, but this one kind of sucked.
Somebody's going to listen to this and be like, they're high. Aren't they in Colorado?
Dead sober right now.
Honestly.
Dead sober.
Dead sober. What does that even mean?
What?
Dead sober.
Dead sober.
Well, because you're dead, so you have to be sober because you're dead.
That actually might be where it comes from. I don't know, but that would actually be very logical. That's impressive.
It's impressive. I'm so logical?
No, that you came up with that solution to that colloquialism.
Okay. Wow. Well then, with that word.
I'm always nervous when I say that word because it's kind of hard to pronounce.
Colloquialism.
Colloquialism. Man, I hope I'm saying it right. Or
I really too. Or somebody's like,
no, you didn't.
You're stupid.
You didn't say it right.
I know, but sure. I openly didn't say it right. You know what I mean? I acknowledged, I laughed, I tried to say it. It didn't work. You know what word I always used to say wrong? We'll end it with this.
I'll tell you a word you say wrong after you tell me a word you always say
wrong.
No.
Tell me. It may be the same word.
So, you know how when you want to summarize a story for someone, you say, well, the gist of it is. Oh. You say, well, the gift of it is. You see, the gift of it is.
Like peanut butter.
Yeah, like Jif. Well, the Jif. Oh, yeah, you don't even add the T, do you? You say Jif.
Like the GIFs. What
do you say?
What is it?
Tell me when you want to.
I don't know. I feel
say the word.
I feel really on the spot, so I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, you say. You either say Jif or Gift. The Jif of it is.
The Jif.
Because you said it to me.
The Gift.
The gift, but the real word is the gist.
Gist, yeah.
Yeah. What's another word you say?
Well, I started saying it correctly. Mm-hmm. Anxiety, but remember what I used to always say?
Anxiety.
I used to say egg.
Anxiety.
Anxiety. I have so much anxiety.
Yeah, but it's really anxiety.
Anxiety. Yeah, that was one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. These Americans and their American accents. One of the guys on my stream always says that. He's from the UK.
Oh, okay. I was trying to come up with a really good comeback there, and I couldn't think of anything.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. Why don't you end us the podcast
I'm going to end it here.
All
right. With that, I have a headache now. I think everybody listening probably has a headache. If you make it to this point,
most people probably aren't listening anymore.
If you make it to this point and you have a headache, please let me know. All right. With that, thank you for listening to the Losing Our Minds podcast, where we recommend that you don't take any of our advice because clearly on this episode, we have lost our mind. With that, I've been Ariel.
I'm Grayson. Thanks for listening. We'll have episode 7 to you next week.
Ooh, this is episode 6?
Yeah.
Man.
666, baby.
No, I don't like that. I'd rather die.
See you guys.
Adios.